Friends, how are you? Hope you all are fine. So today we are going to start the new chapter of class 9 physics, that is pressure in fluids and atmospheric pressure. So in this video we will deal only with pressure in fluids, and in the next video we will deal with the atmospheric pressure. Okay. So name of the chapter is pressure in fluids. Before that, let me introduce myself. As you know me, my name is Ashok Rawat, and you can see this video through the channel of Rawat classes. So pressure in fluids. What is the meaning of fluids? Fluids means what? Anything that can flow, which is not rigid, which does not have a fixed shape, which cannot stand anywhere on its own, that which can flow. And we know that there are two things that comes in this category, that is the liquids and gases. Obviously solid does not flow. If I keep this marker on my hand, it is not that the cap will move this way and this will that. No, it will not flow. So what can flow? Liquids and gases. So we have to study something, pressure. What is pressure? I am going to explain now. Pressure in liquids and gases. Because about pressure of solid, so before that we will just see what is the pressure in solid, what is pressure, and then we will go to this part. Achha. So fluid we understood. Now we want to understand what is pressure. Now before going to pressure, let us try to understand one term, thrust. Okay, one term, that is what? Thrust. Now what is thrust? Thrust is the force acting normally on a surface. Suppose this is a surface and you have placed a block here. Then the weight will act what? Normally. Then the weight is the thrust. So what is thrust? Thrust is the force acting normally on a surface. So if you keep any body on a surface, then the weight will be thrust. If I am standing on ground, my weight is acting on the ground, that is the thrust. If you keep any object on if the book kept on your table has some weight and the weight of the book on the table is thrust. So thrust is actually the weight or any force which is acting perpendicularly or normally on a surface. We call it thrust. Okay, example, weight. Weight of any body acting kept on a plane surface is the thrust. Okay, unit. Now thrust is actually force. Thrust is what? The force. Now what are the units of force? We have studied till now. Newton, dyne, kilogram force in the last video studied, and gram force. So these are the various units of force, and so they are also the unit of thrust. जो यूनिट फोर्स का होगा वही थ्रस्ट का होगा, क्योंकि थ्रस्ट क्या है? एक तरह का फोर्स ही है. So SI unit of Newton, SI unit of thrust is what? Newton. Because SI unit of force is what? Newton. So SI unit thrust is also Newton. Now thrust is clear. Now come to pressure. Now what is pressure? Pressure is the force at thrust per unit area. In short word we can say thrust per unit area. Or you can say pressure is equal to thrust by area. Okay, so pressure is what? Pressure is equal to thrust by area. So pressure is equal to thrust by area. Okay, clear? Now thrust by area, thrust acting per unit area is pressure. Okay, so pressure is directly proportional to two factors. Pressure is depending upon two factors. So pressure is directly proportional to thrust and pressure is inversely proportional to area. Okay, if thrust is more, means normal force is more, pressure will be more. If area is more, pressure will be less. Let me give an example. Suppose, let us take one pen. Okay, let us take a pen. Suppose I am keeping my hand this way. and I'm putting the pressure this way. One case, and through the nib, second case. Now it is a common matter that in this case, what will happen? Pressure will be less. And in this case, we will feel more. Pressure will be more. Why? If I am applying the same force, if I suppose with the right hand I am applying the same force, but still I am in this case I am getting more pain, in this case I am getting less pain. Why it is so? The reason is quite simple. In this case the area is decreased, so pressure will increase. In this case the area is more, so pressure will be less. So pressure is inversely proportional to what? To the area. Okay. So pressure depends upon two factors. Thrust directly proportional, area inversely proportional. So if we want to increase pressure, what we have to do? We have to decrease the area. And if we want to decrease pressure, what we have to do? Increase the area. This is the reason why the trucks, the rear wheels of the trucks are doubled. You will see that at the rear side, the trucks are having double wheels. Why? The double wheel will increase the area and decrease the pressure on the ground. Because if the truck is going to soft ground, okay, then what will happen? On the kacha roads, it may get inside. So to prevent that, area is enlarged. Okay, so pressure depending upon two factors. Now let's come to the unit. Now thrust is Newton and area is meter square. If we talk of the SI unit, so SI unit of thrust is what? Newton, and area is what? Meter square. So what is the SI unit of pressure? Newton per meter square. Okay, so SI unit of pressure is what? Newton per meter square. This unit we write in short as Pascal. PA. So PA is the short form for the unit Pascal. You know very well Pascal is the name of a scientist, and on his name we have given this unit a name. So Newton per meter square is short in form, we can write PA, Pascal. That is the SI unit of pressure. Okay. So pressure, one pressure is, now how much is 1 Pascal? If so 1 Pascal means what? 1 Newton per meter square. Okay, suppose I have an area of 1 meter square, and a thrust is acting of 1 Newton. 1 Newton thrust is acting on an area of 1 meter square. Then the pressure will be equal to 1 PA. Okay. Now afterwards we study that we have the atmospheric pressure. We use the millibar to measure the atmospheric pressure, that we study in the later part. For the time being, just keep in mind that the SI unit of pressure is Pascal, that is Newton per meter square. Okay. Now we are going to study about so till now we have studied what is pressure, solid pressure. Now we are going to study pressure in fluids. Now suppose you have a container. Okay, filled it with water. Now what we have studied? Suppose I keep a book. Suppose I keep a book on table. There is a table and I am keeping the book here. Then what will be the pressure? Weight of the book divided by area. Now what I do, if I keep the book this way, then what will happen? The pressure will increase or decrease? Obviously the pressure will increase, because this area is more and this area is quite less than this area. But the weight of the book is same, the force is same, area is decreasing. So what will happen? The pressure will also increase. Okay. So these are the ways how we can increase or decrease pressure. So what is the main cause of pressure? The thrust, that is the weight. So solid exerts pressure always downwards. In solid the pressure is acting which direction? Downward. Why? Because the weight is acting downward. So solids exert pressure due to its weight, and that weight acts downward. So pressure always acts downward in solids. This is clear? But in liquid, yes, liquid also have weight. So pressure is acting downward. Yes, no doubt. Pressure is acting downward. But there is one difference. What is that? That liquids also exerts pressure to the walls of the container. Okay? Liquid also exert pressure to the walls of the container. Suppose I have a bottle here filled with water. The weight of the water is acting on the base. No problem. So weight of the water is acting on the base. We can say that liquid is exerting pressure on the base. But it is not only that. Unlike solid, the liquid is also exerting pressure on the walls of the container. How we can prove it? You can prove it very simply. If suppose I fill the bottle with any liquid or water and make some holes here, we will see that liquid is coming out from the holes. This simple experiment justifies the fact that liquid exerts pressure on the side walls and also on the bottom. So here there are two types of pressure. One pressure is acting on the down and one pressure is acting on the side walls. So this is the difference between the pressure in solids and pressure in liquids. Solid exert pressure always downward, but liquid exert pressure downward and also on the side walls. Okay, so this is the difference. Okay, now we are going to study that how much is the pressure, how much is the quantity of pressure. Okay, let us see. Suppose I have a container containing any liquid, water, whatever, and I have taken a point P here. Okay, I have taken a point P here. Now what will be the pressure at that point? So pressure at P is equal to H rho G. Now what is H? H is actually depth. This is H. Depth of the point from the surface. So H is what? Depth from surface. Rho is what? Density of liquid. And G you know very well. In the last class we have studied acceleration due to gravity. So pressure is equal to H rho G. Okay. So at any point the pressure is equal to H rho G. So we can simply derive it. Let us derive this formula. P is equal to H rho G. Okay. Now to derive the formula, I am considering a cylinder, and P is on the base of the cylinder and the other part is on the surface. So I have a cylinder whose one base contains the point P and the other base is on the surface of the liquid. मतलब ये जो P पॉइंट है उसके एक बेस पे है और जो ऊपर वाला बेस है वो लिक्विड के सरफेस पे है. तो हाइट ऑफ द सिलेंडर क्या हो जाएगा? H हो जाएगा. एंड लेट अस कंसीडर दैट द एरिया ऑफ द बेस ऑफ सिलेंडर इज A. मान लो कि ये जो सिलेंडर का एरिया है वो कितना है? वो A है. तो वॉल्यूम ऑफ सिलेंडर का फॉर्मूला क्या हो जाएगा? A इंटू H. एरिया इंटू लेंथ. ये हो गया क्या? वॉल्यूम ऑफ सिलेंडर. ओके. नाउ सी, आई वांट टू मेजर द प्रेशर. यहां का मुझे प्रेशर मापना है. तो प्रेशर मींस व्हाट? प्रेशर मींस थर्स्ट बाय एरिया. थर्स्ट मींस व्हाट? वेट. तो हम बोल सकते हैं प्रेशर का मतलब होता है वेट बाय एरिया. मतलब इतना लिक्विड का ये जो सिलेंडर में, ये तो दिस इज अ इमेजिनरी सिलेंडर, एक्चुअली दिस इज अ लिक्विड ओनली. तो व्हाट इज द वेट ऑफ द लिक्विड इन दिस सिलेंडर एंड व्हाट इज द एरिया? इफ वी डिवाइड दिस we can get the pressure at this point. So let us do this. Okay, so let us try to calculate the included weight of the liquid. So weight of liquid in the cylinder. Okay, so you just write it. Let us consider the imaginary cylinder whose base is passing through the point P and all this. You write it. So weight of liquid is what? Weight is what? M into G, right? अब मास क्या होता है? वॉल्यूम इंटू डेंसिटी इंटू जी। हो गया। तो वॉल्यूम का फॉर्मूला क्या बताया है? ए एच रो जी। दिस इज व्हाट, ये क्या हुआ? ये इस सिलेंडर में जितना लिक्विड है उस लिक्विड का वेट हो गया, वेट ऑफ द लिक्विड इनसाइड द सिलेंडर। नाउ बट वी डोंट वांट टू फाइंड वेट. व्हाट इज आवर टारगेट? आवर टारगेट इज टू फाइंड प्रेशर. तो प्रेशर इज व्हाट? वेट ऑफ लिक्विड बाय एरिया. प्रेशर का मतलब क्या हुआ? वेट बाय एरिया. तो वेट क्या होता है? तो वेट का फॉर्मूला क्या डिराइव किया था हम लोग? ए एच रो जी, और एरिया तो ए है, तो प्रेशर इज इक्वल टू पी इज इक्वल टू एच रो जी. तो दिस फॉर्मूला वी हैव डिराइव्ड. नाउ लेट्स सी व्हाट वी कैन इन्फर फ्रॉम दिस फॉर्मूला. इस फॉर्मूला से हमको क्या क्या मिल सकता है? पहला चीज, प्रेशर इज डायरेक्टली, प्रेशर देखो ये सभी न्यूमीटर में है. इट मींस व्हाट? प्रेशर इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू, प्रेशर इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू एच. मींस व्हाट? एच इज व्हाट? एक्चुअली यहां पे एच का मतलब हाइट नहीं है, यहां पे एच का मतलब है डेप्थ. जितना हम लोग नीचे आएंगे एच बढ़ेगा, ठीक, जितना हम लोग ऊपर जाएंगे एच घटेगा. तो एज वी गो डीपर एंड डीपर inside the surface, pressure will be more. This is the reason that deep sea divers who go in the deep sea, they wear a special type of dress, because they go very deep inside the water in the ocean, and they have an enormous pressure on their body which can rupture the blood vessels, their blood vessels. To withstand the pressure, they wear a special type of dress which does not allow them to feel that enormous pressure. So pressure is more when we are going deeper and deeper. Second point, pressure is directly proportional to rho. Rho मतलब density of the liquid. Imagine करो कि ये वाटर नहीं है, यहाँ पे मरकरी है. Now mercury is 13.6 times heavier than water. So what will happen? The pressure will be much larger. Pressure will be much higher if we replace water with any denser liquid. And if we replace water by any lighter oil, अगर मान लो वाटर की जगह कोई ऑयल दे दिए जो इसका डेंसिटी वाटर से कम है, तो प्रेशर क्या होगा? कम हो जाएगा. तो प्रेशर इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू डेंसिटी, एंड दिस इज जी. इट वेरीज फ्रॉम प्लेस टू प्लेस, यू नो, वी हैव डिस्कस्ड ऑलरेडी इन द ग्रेविटेशन पार्ट. तो प्रेशर इज इक्वल टू एच रो जी. Now some consequences of pressure. देखो, so one consequence I have just told that deep sea divers, when they go inside before going inside the sea, they wear a special type of dress to withstand the enormous pressure of water on their body. Second thing, the walls of the dams are made this way. They are made broader at the base. The walls of the dam are broader at the base. देखो यहाँ पे डैम इतना चौड़ा है, जितना नीचे जा रहा है. Dams are made broader. Why? Because liquid pressure is more at the bottom. कहाँ प्रेशर ज्यादा होगा? यहाँ पे नहीं, यहाँ पे. Suppose let us consider 2 points, P and Q. अच्छा, P is here, Q R, 3 points. So if I ask you P Q R, so where will be pressure maximum? R. Where will be pressure minimum? Q. Why? Because the more depth means more pressure, less depth means less pressure. Simple. Okay. So bottom part of the dams are made broader to withstand the enormous pressure. Okay. So these are all about this, and now we are moving to Pascal's law. Very, very important law given by the famous scientist R.B. Pascal. And let's see Pascal's law. According to this law, what is the statement of the law? Pascal said that pressure applied at any point in a confined liquid is transmitted equally in all directions. Transmitted equally, undiminished in all directions. Okay, if you are unable to understand it, please pause the video and again you listen it. Okay, rewind the video and listen it. तो प्रेशर अप्लाइड एट एनी पॉइंट इन अ लिक्विड इज ट्रांसमिटेड इक्वली इन ऑल डायरेक्शन अनडिमिनिश्ड. ओके, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? सी, सपोज आई एम टेकिंग अ स्फीयर ऑफ ग्लास and here there is a pump to, and this is a piston arrangement. This is filled with water. Okay, and this is a piston in neck of the, this is a sphere of glass, and here I have taken a piston and this is filled with water. This piston I can push to increase the pressure, and there are many holes, and suppose I am making it the blue points are there are the many holes, many, and from here one spout is coming out, there are many holes having some spout. Now you will see that if we apply pressure, if we force it, then what will happen? If we force it, then water will come out from this spout, and from every spout, these spouts are at different heights, but from every spout the pressure of water will be same. From every hole, the water coming out, the pressure of water will be same. So this is Pascal's law. This is a confined liquid, enclosed liquid, and at this point I am giving a pressure. So according to Pascal's law, the pressure applied at any point is transmitted equally undiminished. So this pressure is transmitted. What the pressure here or anywhere is same. There is no change. This is the Pascal's law. I hope you can understand it. Now, based on the Pascal's law, many machines are made, and we call them hydraulic machines. There is hydraulic brakes in the automobiles. There are the hydraulic jacks, the hydraulic pump, and this. Actually, these hydraulic machines, what they do? They multiply our effort. Suppose you are giving 10 Newton force, and that hydraulic machine will do the work of 100 Newton or 200 Newton. How? Let's see. So let's see how does it do. Principle of hydraulics. So next topic is principle of hydraulics. Suppose, let us take a hydraulic press. Simple diagram I am drawing of hydraulic press. Or you can say the hydraulic lift used in garages to lift the car. You must have seen in garages they lift the car or trucks for maintenance, for cleaning purpose. Okay, that is called for the washing purpose. So this is the example of that hydraulic lift. It has two cylinders. One is a narrow cylinder and one is a broad cylinder. Okay, and this is a piston here and this is a piston here, and these are connected, and one liquid is filled in it. Okay, one liquid is filled in it. Now what happens? Suppose at the smaller one I am giving a force F, and the area is suppose A, and this area is F, capital A, and the force outward let us consider to be capital F. ओके, यहाँ पे हम फोर्स स्मॉल एफ दे रहे हैं, इसका एरिया स्मॉल ए मान लो, इसका एरिया कैपिटल ए मान लो, और जो आउटवर्ड फोर्स होगा कि हम इधर से पुश करेंगे तो ये ऊपर उठेगा ना, ऑब्वियस है, ये तो एक ही लिक्विड है, इसको हम इधर से पुश करेंगे तो ये क्या होगा, प्रेशर क्या होगा, यहाँ से यहाँ जाएगा, इसको पुश करेंगे. ओके, सिंपल. अब देखो, तो लेट अस टेक 2 पॉइंट्स. दिस पॉइंट इज सपोज P एंड दिस पॉइंट इज Q. तो प्रेशर एट P will be what? F by A. Okay, pressure at Q is equal to F by A. Now the question is, will these two pressure be same or different? Will these two pressures, pressure at P and pressure at Q, क्या ये दोनों एक ही रहेगा ना अलग होगा? अभी एक क्वेश्चन है, देख के तो लग रहा है ये ज्यादा होगा ये कम होगा, तो क्या ऐसा बात है? नहीं. Let us once time more see what is the Pascal's law. This is a confined liquid, और इस लिक्विड में किसी भी जगह पे हम कोई भी पॉइंट ले लें तो at any point the pressure is transmitted equally. Means what is the pressure here? that will be here. So according to Pascal's law, pressure at P is equal to pressure at Q. So if it is so what we can say, F by A is equal to F by A, or F is equal to A by A times small f. Okay, simple. So this capital F, that the force we are moving getting upward, what maximum force it can lift, कितना फोर्स ये ऊपर तरफ उठ सकता है, वो फोर्स क्या है, A by A टाइम्स स्मॉल. अब सपोज करो, मान लो कि दिस लार्जर एरिया इज 10 टाइम्स द स्मॉलर एरिया. लेट अस assume that this larger area is 10 times the smaller area. So if you put it here, what will you get? F is equal to 10F. Capital F is equal to 10 times small f. Means if I place a force of 10 Newton here, if I am placing a force of 10 Newton here, so what load it can lift? ये 10 Newton load कितना उठा सकता है? 10 into 10 कितना उठा सकता है? 100 Newton. So if I place a load of 10 Newton here, that 10 Newton can lift a load of 100 Newton. Suppose you keep a load of 20 Newton here, it can lift a load of what? 20 into 10, 200 Newton. This way, this hydraulic lift can lift the heavy trucks or cars for the washing purposes. So this is the concept of hydraulic lift and hydraulic pump. Okay, there are many other examples given in the book. Please go through it, and we will, in the second part of the video, we will study with about what? About the pressure in fluids, atmospheric pressure. Okay, so please go through this part and study well, and we'll meet very soon in the second video. Okay, students, till then, have a nice day.